going to do right now is go back, way back. Back in time.
One-hit wonders and cheesy hits all the way on LTID.
Good day, hello, bonjour, hola, guten tag. Welcome to the third in a series of, well, so far three, the UK in Eurovision show with your host, me, Chris, on LTID TV. How the devil are you all? I hope you are well. We are just about 5 weeks off the final of the 2003 contest. It's getting exciting. We've been doing some reviews. Some went well, some didn't. But I've got a couple of good ones coming up later. But for the moment, we are looking back at past UK entrants. And I want to look back to 2007. Now, we've done 2008 and we've done 2006. 2008 was Andy Abrahams, who came bottom with Even If. And 2006, Daz Samson, who somehow managed to get 25 points with Teenage Life and came 19th. Now, 2007 was just 4 years after we had come bottom with the dreaded Non Point. The first time out of two we got it with Gemini and Cry Baby. And in fairness, for whatever reason, it was an awful... The song wasn't that bad, but the performance was off key. They blamed the mics, etc., etc. I don't know. I'm not a technician. I've got one mic that hangs over me. I've told him to get out, but he's always there. But look, this one, this was controversial. Let's just put it that way. I don't think there's probably any other way you can talk about it. It was extremely interesting competition, if I'm honest with you. And I'm not talking about the 2007 Eurovision. We'll come to that in a second. I'm going to be talking about, first of all, the 2007 Song for Europe. Making your mind up whatever you want to call it. Before we do get into that, though, can I just say that if you would be so grateful, the Eurovision or the music zone is part of LTID TV, but this is new. If you do like Eurovision, if you don't watch them. But if you do like Eurovision, please do give the channel a subscribe. There's plenty more content coming up too, and including Eurovision 2023. We've got past winner reviews, we've got UK reviews, and of course we've got all of this year's songs reviews as well. Hoping to do 2 every few days to catch up, basically. So let us have a look, shall we, and talk about the 2007 competition. As you can see there, it was Cyndi versus Scooch. Now, it was controversial in many ways, if I'm honest with you, because that programme, which I think at that point was called, well, it had gone through various names. Let's see what they were calling it at that time. Making Your Mind Up. So it was actually Making Your Mind Up. What a good name for a song that would be. It was presented by Terry Wogan and Fern Cotton. And they had a panel there that would give their comments on the songs as they went through. It included John Barrowman. Yes, he of the alleged exposing scandal. Mel Giedroyc, who's an actress and comedian. Not exactly experts. Not exactly musical experts. However, I can't believe this, but look. Among the acts rumoured by British media to have been consulted by the BBC with for entry submissions and involvement in the national final included Ace of Base. Do you remember them? All that I want is... the previous year's representative, Daz Samson. What? What? Have him back? Carol Decker? No. To pal. Morrissey? Oh my god. Queentastic? The Papini sisters? Who? And the Scissor Sisters, who I think would have probably done all right. I did like the couple of hits they had. Anyway, 17th of March 2007. And as well as seeing all the acts that were going to perform, the guest performer was the previous winner of Eurovision, Lordi, who had won the previous year with Hard Rock Hallelujah. My God. They made Kiss look like Daniel O'Donnell. They really did. But there were several. Well, there were 6 entrants, so there's some actually quite. I'd forgotten all these. Song number 1 was "Don't It Make You" in brackets Happy, and that was sung by Liz McLaren, her of Atomic Kitten fame. That came in 5th place. In 6th place, we had Brian Harvey with "I Can." Yes, him of East 17 fame. These people that used to it's funny when these big stars get down on their luck. They'll actually think, well, I'll give Eurovision a try, even though they'd probably been. And I'm not saying he had been. I don't know, but most of these acts would have been seen dead near Eurovision, obviously when they were big. He came bottom. Big Brothers with Big Bro Thing. You tell me. He came 3rd. And then in 4th place was Justin Hawkins. Answers on a postcard as to which band he was in. Big Christmas number 1 they had, Big Christmas hit. Not sure if it was number 1. He was with Beverly Brown, and it was called "They Don't Make 'Em Like They Used To." Obviously, Justin, they don't, because you only came 4th. The 2 that went through to the final sing-off was Cyndi with "I'll Leave My Heart" and Scooch, "Flying the Flag for You." There was a bit of controversy during the final, which we'll come to in a second. But 4th place act Justin Hawkins, who left the venue following the results announcement, accused the viewers of being racist or stupid for not voting for his song, and 3rd place act Big Brothers due to the race of the group and his duet partner Beverly Brown. Sour grapes, I think it is there, mate. Calling the British public stupid. You can say that they've chosen the wrong song. You can say, well, maybe it wasn't to their taste, because there is never a bad song. As much as we joke, and Wogan used to, and obviously Norton does now, there's not actually a bad song. There's no bad music. There's just music that you don't like. And they also accused Scooch of duping the public into voting for them. Look, Justin, spoiled brat stroke bad grapes, mate. Get over it. So, do you remember? This is what happened on the night when it came to voting. I hope this works, because that didn't work. I call it the Great Eurovision Cock-Up of 2007, or when minds couldn't be made up. See what I did there? Did you see what? Have a look at this.
That will represent the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland on May the 12th at Helsinki will be Cyndi.
Scooch! But it is Scooch!
It's Scooch! It is Scooch!
Cyndi, darling, I'm so sorry.
Well,
Wogan said Cyndi. but it wasn't to be. Fern Cotton said Scooch. The BBC blamed it on live TV. Now, it is unlikely that Terry Wogan would have got something like that wrong. He's a seasoned broadcaster. He'd been doing it for ages. He knew what he was doing. Cyndi didn't get it. Scooch did. So, after a period when we basically had gone from Jessica Garlick in 2002 coming third with 111 points to 2003 Gemini coming last with no points, to having a 16th, 22nd and 19th. And let's be honest with you, before Jessica Garlick, we'd had Nikki French with Don't Play That Song Again. Guess what, Nikki? Nobody ever has done. So it wasn't the best time for English or British, I should say, involvement in the Eurovision Song Contest. But this was the one that's won, and I want to do this one first, and you'll see why later. This is Scooch, the 2007 Eurovision entry for the United Kingdom. Let's have a look back and see whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Here we go. Enjoy.
This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you aboard this Eurovision flight. The duration will be 3 minutes exactly. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Yes. For those of you that are a certain age, you might remember a series of films back in the 70s, 80s, even the 60s. British films called Carry On. And there was various ones. Carry On Sergeant, Carry On Camping. Barbara Windsor got a BAPS out for one of the films, or nearly did. And I know there's been a film made, and I haven't watched it. I've got to be honest with you, hands up, I haven't watched the film about Eurovision. But if ever they made a Carry On Eurovision, that should be it. Camp, crass, crap, just my opinions. I mean, when she goes, ladies and gentlemen, the exits are here, here, and here, I expected the auditorium to empty. What would the British public do? Like I said, if you take the song on its own, it's actually not a bad little ditty. It's typical, well, not typical Eurovision, because what is typical Eurovision? But it's typical British Eurovision. I just salted nuts. Anybody? I'm sorry. It's just absolutely embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. There were, in 2007, a lot of contestants. 24 of them, to be precise. Do you know how many of those 24 voted for us? 2. Now, one of those was Ireland. And you can say what you like about Greece and Cyprus, but up until recently, we used to look after each other, did Britain and Ireland. So I think Terry Working kind of forgot that a little bit. Malta were the other ones. Now, do you remember Katrina and the Waves? Love Shine a Light. When it won in 1997, it had got the biggest number of votes ever amassed by a Eurovision winner. Malta, I think, they either gave us 1, 2, 3, or 4. It was certainly down that way. So a winning song that wins by a country mile doesn't get many off Malta. Malta gave 12 to that. Now, I can't believe it. They actually said afterwards that they voted 12 points for that because they wanted to vote against the block voting. Like, say, like Russia votes for Belarus, Belarus votes for Poland, Serbia votes Yugoslavia, Serbia votes for Bosnia, Bosnia votes for Croatia, that sort of thing. Seems a bit strange, but they gave it 12 points. So it got 19 points. Take the song itself and dissect it. So take out all the stupid costumes, take out the stupid dancing with the aircraft director pads, table tennis mats, whatever. Take out the stupid comments, salted nuts, anybody here with the exits, thank you for flying with us. It's a toe tapper song, but that's as much. It's spoilt by all that extra. I'm just going to say, it actually charted in the UK charts at 5. Now, I'm sorry, who was buying that? It did go straight back down after week 1, I'm not going to lie, but it went in at number 5. The year-end chart position in the UK, 185th. Now, I would hazard a guess that had that not been the Eurovision entry, I don't think that song would have charted at all. But I have to say, Scotland, I often say there are reasons why we should rebuild Hadrian's Wall, and this is one of them, because in the Scottish chart, it got to number 2. You've been eating too much haggis. Now, of course, the eventual winner went on to be Serbia, who actually it was their first ever contest, basically, and they went on to win it with a very good song, Molivita. which we'll be reviewing as sort of past winners soon. So Movita, I don't know. Obviously, I don't speak Serbian, and it was like a bit of a power ballady type song. It was very, very good. Obviously, won. Not unlike Cyndi. Shall we take a look at Cyndi, and you can let me know what you think, or who you think out the two of them should have won. Now, all I will say is, if you've known Westlife's "Raise Me Up," this did come first, but just see what you recognise. This was Cyndi, and I don't know what the song was. Oh, great, 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 great. The song was. You know what? I used to be organised. I did. The song was "I'll Leave My Heart." You raise me up, I'll leave my heart. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Here we go. See what you think of this.
Alas, goodbye, as we watch the twilight fade. Come to me, let me kiss you one more time, and over the sea I'll be singing. So take my hand and lead me to the water. Although I leave, our love will still be true. I will take the memories that we treasure, and I leave my heart with you. Come to me, let me kiss you one more time, and over the sea I'll be sailing. So take my hand and lead me to the water. I leave, our love will still be true. I will take the memories that we treasure, and I leave my heart with you. And those memories will comfort me until we meet again. So take my hand and lead me to the water. I leave, our love will still be true. I take the memories that we treasure, and I leave my heart with you. Thank you.
When you look at, say, Movita by Serbia, that was a sort of song, if you don't remember it, it was that type of a ballady song that won the Eurovision that year. Apparently, Cyndi got 40. When it came to the the battle of the two, apparently Cyndi got 46% of the vote to Scooch's 54. A bit like a bit like Brexit, isn't it? How did that not win it? I don't know what to say. I mean, obviously, everybody else preferred. Well, 54% of you preferred Scooch. I mean, Cyndi, she was French, born in October '84, and best known for the beginning of her music career in the United States as Cherie. And is a French pop and dance music singer coming from Marseille. So to perform like that, and it was an amazing performance. That note at the end, a 2004 hit, I'm Ready, hit number one on the Hot Dance Music Club play chart. It's awkward because, like I say, all these things are very much down to personal taste. Of course they are. It's opinions. That's what these reaction videos are about. For me, Cyndi, had she won, would have got a huge big thumbs up, and I think she would have done a hell of a lot better than Scooch in the competition itself. We'll never know, and it's only, like I say, my opinion. You don't have to obviously agree with it. As for Scooch, you've got to take it as a whole package. So the toe tapping actual main da 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 da, you take that aside and you put everything in with it. You know, the exits are here, but please don't go. Do you want me to salt your nuts? Carry on Eurovision comments. Put it all together as a package, and I'm afraid it gets a huge big. In fact, do you want to know where I would put? And like I say, remember, it's only my personal choice, but do you know where I would put Scooch? Yes. I'm sorry, Scooch, but you get one of those. Thank you for watching. Agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Do you give it a thumbs up? Or like me, do you give it a thumbs down? And that's for Scooch. Did you prefer Cyndi, or do you think we were right to send Scooch? That's Eurovision for you, isn't it? It's why we all love it. Please do subscribe as well. I say, add your comments. Let me know what you think. Please do subscribe, and we will be doing lots more of these. And coming up later on, we will have Switzerland and Ireland reviews. Can it get any worse than it got with the last few? We'll see. We will see. I will see you later. This is LTID TV. I've been Chris. Thank you very much. Goodbye.